The morning of humanity's first contact began like any other on the research station Kepler 442. Dr. Elena Vasquez sipped her synthetic coffee while reviewing stellar cartography data, her fingers dancing across holographic displays that showed the endless expanse of space surrounding their remote outpost. The station, positioned at the edge of human-controlled territory, served as humanity's ear to the cosmos, listening, watching, waiting for something extraordinary. That something arrived at 847 hours, ship time. Every sensor array on Kepler 442 simultaneously erupted in a cascade of alerts. The quantum radar painted impossible readings across the main display, a massive signature materializing from what appeared to be folded space itself. Dr. Vasquez's coffee mug shattered against the deck as her trembling hands released it. Captain Morrison to the bridge. Emergency priority, the station's AI announced with uncharacteristic urgency. Captain James Morrison arrived within minutes, his weathered face paling as he absorbed the sensor data flooding the command center. The object? No, the ship measured nearly 12 kilometers in length. Its hull gleamed with an otherworldly luminescence that seemed to bend light around its edges. Strange geometric patterns covered its surface, pulsing with energy signatures that defied every known law of physics. "How long until it reaches us?" Morrison asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "At current trajectory and velocity." 18 minutes, sir," reported Lieutenant Chen from the navigation console. The captain's hands moved to the emergency communication array. Protocol demanded immediate contact with Earth Command, but something about the approaching vessel made him hesitate. It wasn't moving with the aggressive posture of an invasion force. Instead, it maintained a steady, almost ceremonial approach, as if it were expected. Dr. Vasquez moved to the xenolinguistics station, her scientific mind overriding her fear. "Captain, we're receiving structured electromagnetic pulses from the vessel. They're not random. There's definitely an intelligence behind these transmissions." The bridge fell silent, except for the rhythmic beeping of instruments. Each crew member felt the weight of the moment settling upon them like a heavy blanket. This was it, the moment humanity had dreamed of and feared in equal measure. First contact with an alien civilization. "Sir," Chen's voice cracked slightly, "the vessel is decelerating. It's matching our orbital velocity." Through the massive viewport, the alien ship became visible to the naked eye. Its surface rippled like liquid mercury, and strange appendages extended from its hull. Not weapons, but what appeared to be sensory arrays or communication devices. The crew watched in stunned silence as the massive vessel positioned itself exactly 1 kilometer from their station, close enough to communicate clearly, but far enough to avoid any appearance of aggression. Morrison made his decision. Open all communication channels. Full spectrum broadcast. Dr. Vasquez nodded and activated the station's most powerful transmitters. "This is Kepler 442 Research Station, representing the United Earth Government," she spoke slowly and clearly. We welcome you to our system." The response came immediately, not through their communication arrays, but directly into their minds. Every person on the station felt the presence simultaneously, not invasive or threatening, but impossibly vast and ancient. "We greet the young children of Sol 3. We have journeyed far to witness your first steps into the greater community." The mental voice carried with it images, emotions, and concepts that human language couldn't adequately express. The crew experienced flashes of countless worlds, civilizations that had risen and fallen among the stars, and a vast network of intelligence that spanned the galaxy. "Your species shows promise," the voice continued. "We are the architects, guardians of emerging civilizations. We have watched your kind since you first looked up at the night sky and wondered if you were alone." Captain Morrison found his voice, though speaking seemed almost unnecessary now. "How?" How long have you been watching us? Since your ancestors painted the first cave walls. Since you discovered fire. Since you dreamed of touching the stars. The presence conveyed amusement, ancient and patient. We do not interfere in natural development, but we celebrate each species that achieves what you call the threshold. What threshold? Dr. Vasquez asked, her scientific curiosity overcoming her awe. The answer came not in words, but in understanding. Humanity had reached the point where it could venture beyond its home system, where it could listen to the cosmos and be heard in return. The establishment of research stations like Kepler 442 marked humanity's graduation from a planetary to an interstellar species. Your Titan warship approaches. The architects communicated with what felt like approval. We sensed its construction, its purpose. It represents your species' determination to explore, to defend, to grow. This pleases us. Morrison's blood ran cold. The Titan-class warship Prometheus wasn't due to arrive for another 6 hours on its maiden voyage to establish humanity's first deep space military presence. How could these beings know about classified Earth defense operations? Time moves differently for us, came the gentle explanation. We perceive what you call future possibilities as clearly as your present moment. Your warship will arrive safely. Its crew will witness the beginning of a new age for humanity. The massive alien vessel began to shift, its hull patterns changing to display what could only be described as stellar maps, not of human space, but of regions far beyond their current reach. Trade routes, safe passages, and dangerous territories, all laid out in perfect detail. This is our gift to the children of Sol 3. Navigate wisely. Grow carefully. Remember that with great capability comes greater responsibility. As suddenly as it had arrived, the vessel began to fade, not retreating, but somehow stepping back into folded space. The crew of Kepler 442 felt the mental presence withdrawing like a tide, leaving behind only the memory of vast intelligence and benevolent oversight. 6 hours later, the Earth Defense Force Titan-class warship Prometheus arrived exactly as predicted, its crew reporting strange energy readings throughout their journey. Captain Morrison smiled as he prepared his report for Earth Command. Humanity was no longer alone, and the universe had just become infinitely more interesting.